Good evening, my friends. How are you? Welcome once again to another edition of Wednesday Night Live right here on Mike Avery Outdoors. My name is Mike Avery, and it is Wednesday night, and I am live. Pinch me. I can feel it. I'm live. So, this is another edition of Wednesday Night Live here on my social media outlets, including Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and LinkedIn. I am not live on Instagram tonight. I was this morning, but I'm not going to go live to Instagram tonight. Jack, it was thank you for that email. I appreciate a little insight into who you are. Thank you very much. Ed, good evening. How are you? Nice to have you along with us. Hello, Bruce. Ted, nice to have you with us as well. One of our regular Wednesday night live viewers. Martin as well. Crossbow Hunter Martin. Jen, two friends with us. Well, and forget about that. What about the fact that you guys get the keys on Friday? How cool is that? I had a wonderful Christmas, Paul. How about you? David, good evening. Nice to have you along with us. I did. Had a wonderful Christmas. Very, very busy. Hey, Vance, how are you, buddy? Nice to have you along with us. Johnny, our friend from the UP. Johnny, what day is it? Brenda, Vince. I expect a good crowd tonight, especially after I posted that video, and I'm going to share it again here now. I posted that video. So excited about our new home. You should be. Congrats. Terry, how are things in Shingleton? Aaron, how are things in Fowlerville? Donna, good evening. How are you? Nice to have you along with us. Oh, boy. Ice and two-man limited crappies and gills. Where did you find ice, Mike? Not what lake, but what part of the state? The Yup or the Northern Lower? Dan, good evening. How are you? So let's see. Christmas is behind us. New Year's just around the corner. Finally back in Michigan. Hey, Chris. Long drive to Saskatchewan. Or Saskatchewan. Jim, I got your email. Just didn't get time to respond. Thank you for that, my friend. Jim Diedrich, how are you, buddy? Nice to have you along with us. David has no volume. I'm assuming everybody else does because that's the first time I've heard nobody didn't have volume. Hey, Ross, how are you, buddy? My day was good, Ross. How about yours? Good evening, Dave. Nice to have you along with us. Mitch knows what he's been doing for a while. Mark, Happy New Year. How are you? Are you still out west? If you don't have volume, you're the only one. Tuning in from Texas, Logan, how are you? Saw two boats on Belleville Lake today. Now you got it now. Okay, good. Good deal. Hey, Bob. Vince can hear me. Yeah. I can hear myself, so I know I'm putting audio out here. Brian checking in from Ohio. Addison checking in as well. I am going to here in a little bit. I'm going to share the video during this Wednesday night live that I posted on YouTube and Facebook earlier. It's video I found. I got a bunch of these things around. You know what these are? These are hard drives, and to me, they're like money because they hold all my old archives going way, way back. And I was going through one of these, and I found more video of Mitch Rompola, and I posted it. And if you want to get attention, you post video of Mitch Rompola. Hey, Mike, how are things in Marlette? Randy, good evening. Nice to have you along with us. Thank you, Jeff. Always a pleasure to have you along with us as well. My name is Mike Avery. You're out west until the 1st of April. I am so jealous. And Mark, will you be joining us in Ohio again next year? And we're going a week later. Jason wants to meet him. Everybody wants to meet him. Nobody's going to meet Mitch. No, unless you're in his inner circle, nobody's meeting Mitch. He's gone underground. So it's a new year. I did not get back out. I know I've got 2 more days, but I'm not going to get back out. So my season's done, and I did not shoot a deer, and I'm okay with it. I really am. I'm not that in love with deer hunting, not to the level that I am turkey hunting and bear hunting. Thank you, Martin. Appreciate that. So what else is going on? I didn't get back out, so I have to add that to my list of 2022 goals. And in 2022, I want to shoot a deer. It's been at least 10 years since I shot a deer, maybe more. Also want to shoot my Michigan bear. I want to get a turkey this year. I want to expand my fishing horizons, and that doesn't mean a fly rod in the Asable River. It means just trying new water and baits and depths on Saginaw Bay. And I want to spend more time outdoors. I think that's a good goal to have, right? More time outdoors. Ray, good evening. How are you? By the way, you still have time to apply for your Pure Michigan Hunt. Do not forget that. $5. You can apply online or at any licensed agent. $5 for every chance you take. Thanks, Craig. Appreciate it, buddy. Mike says tag soup. I'm glad you brought that up, Martin. Even though I want to expand my horizons, it does not include night crawlers. There will never be a crawler fished off the Angler Quest that I'm aware of. Tony. Pure Michigan Hunt. No ATA show for me. I'm not going to the ATA show. There you go, Tim. That's a great goal. His goal is to forget COVID is even a thing. I'm not going to the ATA show, the Archery Trade Association show. That show's dead. Dead. And they want to charge me $600 as a media person to go in there and walk around. I'm not going. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate that. So no ATA show. ATA is a bust. Yeah, it is. It's dead on the vine. They just don't know it yet. And I hate to say that because it used to be a wonderful thing. The ATA Archery Trade Association is still a thing, but the ATA show, it's nothing. I had Dave Thomas of Bowhunter Plant on the radio show today talking about that. Vince says he doesn't think so. Evening, Mark. Captain Mark, how are you? Vince says he doesn't think the ATA show is dead. I hope it's not. Vince, I hope I'm wrong. I really do. Hello, Greg. How are you? Nice to have you along with us. So normally this time of year, I'd be jazzed, geeked to get down to the ATA show. Not this year. Wednesday Night Live, starting in March. We're going to take these things back live on the road to the Lumberjack Restaurant in West Branch, to the Forward Corporation Lumberjack Restaurant. First Wednesday in March, which I know is Ash Wednesday. The first Wednesday in June, the first Wednesday in September, and the first Wednesday in December. Will I be at the show Novi in 2 weeks? I'll be there. I think it's just next week, Cliff, like a week from tomorrow, right? I won't be there Thursday. I will be there Friday. That's my plan, at least. Good evening, Stu. How are you? Always enjoy your comments, my friend. Dibs on a table. Of course, Tim. And you're not allowed to win any crossbows anymore. You guys have done. You're done with your crossbow allotment. Alpha Media is going to be working with me now promoting these things, although I don't think I needed any help in promoting them. They wanted to get involved, and I said, of course. I love those guys. But my listeners right now, you folks will get first dibs on the table. Hello, Mike. It looks like only one mic. I know, but it's still Mike behind a mic, even though there's only one mic. Larry Carr, how are you, buddy? Nice to have you along with us. Know you back from your days at Evinrude, if I remember right. A rifle. I don't know if we'll give away a rifle. I don't have any connections in the rifle world. Tim? Promo codes, primaltreestands.com, promo code Avery, michiganbrand.net, promo code Mike21, mucc.org, promo code Mike, all caps. And this one, and it runs out in 2 days, versaskins.com, promo code Mike21. Speaking of Primal Tree Stands, recorded the first Primal podcast today with Bob Ransom. It was a good podcast. Michelle Plowman wants to know, Mike, what day is it? What day is it? It's hump day. I'm going to the commitment. No, I'm not. I appreciate that, Martin, but I'm not going. Hunting Time Expo in Grand Rapids. Don't know yet. Possibly, Chris. Are you going to be there? If so, I'll stop by and say hi. That would be nice. I would like that. If that's where you're leading to, I would like that. Will you be at Outdoorama? I will probably be there. Excuse me. Should put a little nasal spray up my nose. Correct about Evinrude, but they're gone now. Yeah. 357. That's an easy one to remember, Chris. Only thing easier would be like 44 mag. All right. I'm going to share the Mitch Rompola video with you in just a second again. But first, My name is Mike Avery. This is another edition of Wednesday Night Live. If you don't know me, I'm an outdoor broadcaster from Michigan. Been in broadcasting for more than 40 years. Used to do a TV show, now do a radio show, podcast, and social media. My radio show airs on 32 stations across the great state of Michigan. He did not respond to me, Ed, but that's okay. I had a couple of other takers. On the Outdoor Magazine radio show this week and the podcast version of Dave Thomas of Bowhunter Planet, we talk about ATA, the Archery Trade Association show, and the state of archery today, including he has a hands-on review of that 10-point, what is it, the 10-point something 505, the 505 foot per second 10-point crossbow. He talks about that. Nick Boja of the Michigan Wildlife Council. Then in hour number 2, I had a great Christmas as well, Jeff. Thank you. Our final Christmas party on Sunday at the in-laws had 43 people there. Sounds like a potential super spreader event, doesn't it? We're talking pike spearing. That's a Michigan outdoor wintertime outdoor tradition with Jason Michalski of the Michigan Darkhouse Angling Association. Nick Green of MUCC then joins me. And then hour number 3, we're talking kayak fishing with the yak master himself, Dave Mull, and then wild game chef extraordinaire Dave Miner wraps it up. And he also tells the story of how he just shot a big doe the other night. Okay. I'm going to set the stage here, and then I'm going to share this video, and I'm going to open it up to your comments. Setting the stage. Back when I had a TV show and back when I was working in television news, I met Mitch Rompola. New Year's resolutions, I just talked about them, Ryan. I do not have New Year's resolutions because they're made to be broken. I have New Year's goals. They include shooting a deer, shooting a Michigan bear, shooting a turkey, expanding my fishing horizons, and spending more time outdoors. Those are my goals, not resolutions. I met Mitch Rompola. I had a chance to spend some time with him, interviewed him on the radio show, met with him in person, interviewed him a couple times. And I think he's the real deal. And most people who have met Mitch in person think he's the real deal. A lot of people who have never met him think he's a con man or a blowhard or a liar. I've met him and I don't agree. I think he's the real deal. I found some video a couple of years ago of a segment I did with Mitch for the TV show, and I posted that on YouTube. You've probably seen that. Today, I was going through, in fact, this hard drive right here, MB stands for Master Backup. I was going through this hard drive right here, looking for something else, and I found an interview I did with Mitch Rompola. Will I be getting a new Angler Quest next season or using the same boat as last year? The boat I had last year, Cliff, is gone. It's at Linwood Beach Marina right now, waiting for somebody to buy it. Am I getting a new Angler Quest next year? Gosh, I sure hope so. Even John, how are you? Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it. So I found that video, boom, on this hard drive right here. And I thought, why not share it? And so I put it on YouTube. And I set it up by saying, okay, this is video of Mitch Rompola talking about deer hunting. This was recorded in the mid-'80s before he shot that big buck. It was part of something I had called News 5 Outdoors. Hey, Ron, good evening. How are you, buddy? It was nice texting with you just a few minutes ago. Somebody had sent me a message, Ron, and they wanted to know if I could recommend an Ontario bear outfitter. Ding, ding, ding. And that's why I was looking up your number. Julie, good evening. How are you? I can't wait to get back up there, Ron. I just, I love it up there. I love hunting with you. You guys do a great job. NorthernWildernessBearOutfitters.com, NorthernWildernessBearOutfitters.com. You're right. It would be hard to promote Angler Quest with no new Angler Quest boat. That's what I'm thinking too, Martin. And the new Angler Quest for 2022 are 6 inches wider. A new bimini, a cantilevered fishing platform, new rail system, and much more. They're beautiful. Okay, so I had that Mitch... Julie, I'm so sorry to hear that. So anyway, here's the video. I'm going to share this with you. I think you'll be able to hear it. Stacy, you're welcome. The ham was great. That's what we had at our house for Christmas too, a Michigan brand ham. So let me try this. Let me do a share screen. Pull up the Chrome tab. Mitch Rompola, share. See what it looks like. Yep, there it is. Okay, I'm going to play this for you. You know, after being in the broadcast industry for more than 40 years, I've got quite a library, quite an extensive archive of stories and shows I've done in the past. I keep them on hard drives like this. Can you hear that video? I mean, is the audio coming through? Before I hit play again, just let me know if the audio is coming through, that you could hear it. Because if you can't hear it, there's another way I can get you the audio. So were you able to hear the audio? No, you could not hear it. Okay. No, you could. Tim says yes. William says, so which is it? Yes or no? Yes. All right. So let me go back to it. I've got a bunch of these, and I was going through one of these today. I don't know, I had a few minutes just kind of poking around to see what was there. And I found some video that I think is worth sharing here. It's video of Mitch Rompola that was shot in the mid 80s, just before he took that world record buck that got so much attention. Now, this is part of okay, I hear what you're saying. You can't hear it on YouTube. So what I'm going to do, yes on Facebook, no on YouTube. Okay, so I'm going to make a little bit of a change here just so you can hear it. And I will, sound is now going to come, output is going to come through my MacBook speakers. And we'll do it that way. And I'll point my microphone at it, okay? Franchise I had at the time called News 5 Outdoors. It's not shot in high def. It's not high quality. The production value isn't very good. My voice isn't very good. But the content is interesting because it's Mitch Rompola talking about deer hunting before he shot that buck that really put him on the map.
Well, this one here is a 12-point typical. It is the current Michigan state record taken with a bow and arrow.
Mitch Rompola has taken more trophy bucks with a bow than anyone else in Michigan.
Probably the main ingredient is really knowing your...
You guys are driving me crazy, okay? Absolutely crazy. So I'm going to go back and change it because then you said you could come back and hear it on YouTube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it again. Scarlet, okay? I'll put it back this way because it's Mitch Rompola talking about deer hunting before he shot that buck that really put him on the map.
Well, this one here is a 12-point typical, and it is the current Michigan state record taken with a bow and arrow.
Mitch Rompola has taken more trophy bucks with a bow than anyone else in Michigan.
Probably the main ingredient is really knowing your hunting area almost as well as the deer would.
Mitch has bow hunted more than 30 years. He killed the Missouri state record whitetail when he was just 10 years old.
A lot of guys go about it the wrong way. They're trying to find out exactly what the deer are doing, so they're trying to keep tabs on the deer visually. With whitetails, you can't do that because of the thick habitat they live in.
The Traverse City man has 13 bucks in the national record books, many of them killed in Grand Traverse County.
I spend more time researching an area, scouting it, than I do hunting it. I probably don't spend any more time hunting an area than a lot of other people would. The only thing is, I spend so much time learning it beforehand, I'm able to go out there and put myself in the right place at the right time more often than a lot of other hunters can.
Mitch has spent as many as 200 days scouting an area. He says the key is to think like a deer.
I go out there and I'm looking at, okay, and how can I give myself an opportunity at a shot at this deer? And I approach it that way. So I think that's the difference. And I try to maybe put the luck factor a little more in my favor.
Mitch will probably rewrite the record books several more times, but even if he never takes another trophy whitetail, Mitch Rompola has left his mark on the sport of bow hunting. This is Mike Avery, News 5 Outdoors.
News 5 stream. Okay, there I am. Yeah, oops, clicked the wrong button. No, I'm back now. I'm back. I'm still here. I'm here. Relax. I just clicked the wrong button. It's funny how everyone doubts him after taking the buck after this video took place when he has proven he can hunt and take huge bucks. Too bad he wasn't or didn't share some of his knowledge of deer hunting. He did. He did. So, oh, I'm here. Tim, that was in the mid-'80s. Mid-'80s. Don says he always believed him. I'll be honest with you. Had I not met the man, had I not talked to the man, had I not spent time with the man, I probably would not have believed him. But since I did meet him, since I did talk with him, since I did spend time with him, I do believe him. And I find it interesting that most people who met or have met who know Mitch Rompola believe it's a legitimate world record buck. And most of the people who think he's a con man have never met the guy. He should have let the officials prove that was a legit buck. That would have put all the questions to rest. Most anyone else would have jumped at the chance. But you don't know Mitch. Mitch got into a pissing match with the guys at CBM. Here's the backstory. Mitch got into a fight with the guys at CBM because they dissed him. And he got mad at him. And that's when he said, I'm not going to go out of my way to prove it to these guys, whether it's legit or not. Mitch likes whitetails more than he likes people. He did. He got chased into hiding. That's a good way of putting it, Tim. He got chased into hiding. But isn't it cool? It's not his mode, Scott said. It's not in his DNA. It's not in his makeup. It's not in the way he thinks. Mitch Rompola could care less about what people think about him or what they think about his bucks. Mitch is only trying to prove to Mitch. That's all he cares about. Poster at the ATA in January. It was all the biz. He only talked to people he felt were truly interested. That's a good point, Stu. And he knew that I was truly interested. Now, I'm not the only person he talked to. He talked to a lot of people. But I think he knew that I was truly interested. And I think he knew that there was no reason to believe at the time he wasn't legit. That's why he talked to me. I'm a keeper of history. I'm just an old man, Tim. He doesn't care. That's right. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. And no, you're right, Mike. You probably will never see anything like that in the woods in the daytime in Michigan. I think that's a pretty safe bet. Pretty safe comment. I don't know. Listen, I posted the video today because I found it today. And the timing is just good that I could talk about it here tonight and share it tonight. What did Jeff say? Hunt your hunt. And that's what Rompola, he doesn't care about anybody else. Vance says, I don't blame him for not sharing it. Big animals bring out the vultures. Let's change topics. Anybody been out ice fishing? I know some folks have. He didn't have to prove anything to anybody. Exactly, Sean. Exactly. Even on a good day, Mitch wasn't really a people person. He would admit that. If I could get in touch with him, and I've tried, if he would respond to my inquiries, I'd get him back on the air and you'd realize that. But he's not even remotely interested. He just doesn't care. Cliff said he hasn't been on the ice yet, but he's getting ready. Hey, Rob, how are things in White River? Do you have you got a wolf tied up for Ross? Jason says a few are out on Houghton Lake today. There's a Facebook group that opened back up and shared your video. Yeah, did they share the video tonight as well, Don? I'm a member of that group. And I figured they would share this video. If they shared it already, they got to it in a hurry. Open water, Josh says. Trolling has been great. Rub it in, rub it in. That video has got 532 views in an hour, so that's not bad. It's not like the tens of thousands that other people get. Hitting Lake Mitchell Saturday to drop some panties. Panties. That sounded terrible. Panties. Where was it? I'm going to show you the comment. I didn't make that up. I didn't put a T in there. Where'd that go? I just realized that sounded terrible. Panties. See, there it is. Pann. Where'd it go? Pannis. Panties. Panfish. Panties. And I didn't realize that was what I was saying, or I wouldn't have said it. Now I'm going to get really red here. Should be iced by next week. I think there's still a few around. Wolves are hot up there, Daryl says. Daryl's checking in from White River as well. Somebody said they'd love to have Mitch on with a Wednesday night live. Sorry, James. Wednesday night live. I would too, but you'll never get Mitch on a Wednesday night live. But we are going to do Wednesday night lives starting in March, June, September, and December. Stu says, Daryl sent him some great wolf picks last week. Are you going up wolf hunting, Stu? James, what did you buy? Bought a new bow. What'd you buy? You can never have too many bows. You can never have too many guns. You can never have too many bows. And you can never have too many knives like this Rapid River knife. For Christmas, I bought my son, and two of my grandsons a Rapid River knife. You bought a Bear Alaskan. Cool. Great Christmas gifts. I do have to make a comment here, though. Rapid River Knife Works. Chris Durson is the owner of Rapid River. He lost his dad Monday. So thoughts and prayers, please, with the Durson family. Having gone through that myself, and many of you have, you know just how terrible it is. So thoughts and prayers with the Durson family. Going to do some late goose hunting this weekend. Taking out the Smith & Wesson 460 XVR. First day with a revolver. I see Gabe Van Wormer shot a big doe with his 10 millimeter handgun. A shout out for girl Jenny so she won't make me turn this off. Jenny. Don't make your dad turn the feed off. Jenny Mahini, stay with us. Don't leave. We want you here. Yeah, condolences. It is awful. That is awful. It's something that most of us go through at one time or another. Almost all of us, and it's terrible. It's terrible. Predictions on the Michigan game? You think, I didn't know this. You think his dad worked for Jay Poet? I did not know that. Any predictions on the Michigan game? I think they're going to win. And wouldn't it be cool if they could go on to win the national championship so I could have the Michigan Wolverines and my Ferris Bulldogs win national titles in the same year? Michigan 14 over Georgia. Is there another wolf hunt? I saw you finish. No wolf hunt in Michigan. There's not going to be a wolf hunt in Michigan for a decade. The antis won't let it happen, and the powers that be in the Michigan NRC, DNR, governor's office, I did it. They don't have the desire or the resources to make it happen. And it's in the Fed's hands, right? We know that, but there he is right there. Chris, my friend, we were just talking about you. I was talking about how I had, how much I love my Rapid River knife, and that I bought 3 of these from you for Christmas presents. And I gave one to my son, James. I gave one to my grandson, Trent, and one to my grandson, Carter. And I was talking about that. And then I mentioned that you lost your dad, and I'm sorry if I'm bringing this up publicly, if it hurts too much, but I see your post here, and I just want to let you know that we are with you. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. Chris Durson, Rapid River Knives, you are part of the Outdoor Magazine, the Mike Avery Outdoors family, and we acknowledge your loss, and we're thinking about you. We're thinking about you. Federal interference. Yeah, absolutely. The state, you know, if the people inside the DNR, if they could have a wolf hunt, they'd have it because we need one. Yeah, Roger echoes that. And Chris, if you go back when I first mentioned it, there are several people on there who said that their condolences to you as well. So again, so there's Jim says, sorry about that. The Wolf Committee is about habitat improvement, not control of numbers. Condolences for Michigan crossbow hunters. Yeah, see, that's what we're a pretty good group here. I think we're a pretty good group here. I think we're a pretty tight group here. I think we try to support each other as much as we can. I think we try to stand behind each other as much as we can. So when something happens, we're all aware of it, and just want to let you know that, Chris. Jesse brings up a great point. We need some form of accountability towards Proposal G. Proposal G was the Sound Scientific Wildlife Management Act that we voted for, 10, 12, 15 years ago? There we go. It's been a heavy week. Thanks to the thousands of people who have reached out. Dad was an Army vet. And I don't doubt that there has been thousands of people, Chris. You are such a well-known guy. Your company's so well-respected. Your dad's so well-known. Hey, Steve, good evening. How are you, buddy? Nice to have you along with us. Jason, thank you for that. Sound Scientific Wildlife Management. How many cougars you think are in the UP? Heard there were 75 sightings this year in the podcast. Yes. Cody Norton of the DNR said there are 2. Thank you for helping me get back on track, Jim. Sound Scientific Wildlife Management, meaning that all decisions for fish and game management would be made based on sound scientific evidence. What I didn't realize at the time, and what I only recently realized, and it's broken my heart, that some of these decisions are being made based on social science being a factor as well. Social science. Nope, Brad, haven't been following. Don't care. Social science shouldn't be a science that's figured into wildlife management. I did share it, Brian. I did. And if you want to see that video again, it's posted on my Facebook page and it's posted on YouTube. It's an interview, a very quick interview I did with Mitch Rompola from the mid-'80s before he shot that big buck. A few cougars at the local bar. Yeah, there's more than 2 cougars at the local bar, yeah. We're not giving away a Michigan brand ham tonight. We'll start that back up probably for Lent. What else? What else is on your mind? I got a couple more things here on my list. But I'm willing to see what you have to say. Yeah, Cody Norton said there's two cougars in the UP. One in the east, one in the west. 700 wolves statewide and 12 or 13,000 bears. When 5 wolves are on one trail camera with only 1 granola for bait, that's too many. Thank you, Don. Yes. And here was my point that I lost. I don't have a lot of experience with wolves in the UP. I have some. And I have some experience with wolves in Ontario. And I can tell you this based on what I've seen. We do need a wolf hunt in Michigan, if for no other reason than to instill a fear of man in Michigan wolves. Because Michigan wolves are not routinely hunted, they think they're at the top of the food chain, and they have no fear of man, and they should have fear of man. The wolves in White River are hunted on a regular basis, and even though they are top-tier carnivores, they are top-tier predators, they also have a healthy fear of man, which is the way it should be. I noticed if a wolf up there sees you, hears you, smells you, or thinks you are in the area, they turn around and leave. I had a wolf on a bait at 110 yards. I was hunting with a rifle. I pulled the trigger. The firing pin went forward, hit the primer, didn't make the shell go off, but that click right there, the wolf that I was hunting at 110 yards heard that click and turned around and took off. Now, in Michigan, the wolves don't care. They don't have a fear of people. Yeah, Johnny's back from Andy's. He said he wasn't going to Andy's tonight. I thought you said no Andy's tonight, Johnny. Amen. Social science was never meant as any form of a substitute for wildlife management in form of proposal G. Small factor, yes, but never a leading factor. Have you heard the DNR going to cut back on doe permits? I have not heard that. And Ryan, I don't believe it because it's too early for them to make that decision. It's too early for them to make that kind of a statement. Uper wolves, that's a good point, Stu. Not only do Uper wolves not turn around and run, they will follow you. Trust me, I'm not at Andy's, but there is alcohol involved. Do you need to purchase small game for 15-year-old son if I take him rabbit hunting? Yeah, I think so. I think 14 and above. 12 and above, 14 and above. Certainly at 15, he needs a license. And Stu, correct me if I'm wrong. Stu would know. He's a hunter safety instructor. Why did you, Bernie, what'd you do? Forget about us? I can't wait till I get done here and I go back to the comments on Facebook about Rompola's video. Isn't it funny how people are absolute experts online? You know, I was just thinking about you, Joe. I was just thinking about you today on the way into the studio. I was wondering if I was going to hear from you on my Behind the Mic this morning or Wednesday Night Live tonight. I thought maybe I said something that offended you and you had decided not to tune in anymore. I'm glad to have you back with us. And I bet, I don't want to say I bet you're glad Christmas is over. I bet you are glad that the demands of Christmas services are over. Brian says, last he heard, DNR wasn't changing any regulations for a while. They would like not to. They would like to keep their current deer management program in place for a couple of years. But there's certainly just a busy time of year. I get it. How's the perch on the bay? Don't know. Anybody been out? Joe, we did, Pastor, we did, I never know what to call you. We did put in for a third list. So we're going to go another round. 70% of the people with negative comments weren't even alive when he shot it. That's a very good point, Don. That's a very good point. And about 99% of the people with negative comments have never met him, have never talked to him like I did. Did they say where the record deer would? No. He never told me that. He just said it was northern Michigan. He may have said Grand Traverse County, but he didn't point it. He didn't nail it down. It's going well, Alex. How are you? It's not unbelievable, though, James. It's disappointing, but it's not unbelievable. Because in today's world, when people excel or do something extraordinary or even good, they become a target. Sure would like to see a fall turkey hunt in Gladwin County or a two-bird limit. Jim, do they not have a fall season in Gladwin? Do you know? I thought they did have a fall season in Gladwin, and you're not going to see a two-bird limit because they consider the fall season to be your second bird. Johnny says, do you know if it's the same crew or do we have all new people going to Ohio? Johnny, I hate to inform you, but it's all new people. Neither you, nor Lori, nor Scott, nor Craig, nor Mark, or anybody else on here tonight is going back. You just assumed that you were going back a second time. But what I want to do is I want to let as many people as possible experience this Ohio bow hunt with Bill. So we're opening it up to a whole new group of people next year. I'm just waiting to see if I get any comments on that. Claire doesn't have a fall hunt, so Gladwin doesn't either. That's interesting. Very interesting. And Ed can't go back either. Johnny says, you are so pulling my leg. Martin says, well, if that's the case, when do I sign up? Where do I sign up? And who do I write the check to? Dave says he knows we used to have a fall season. Jason, you're right there in the wings. I know you are. Craig says you don't lie very well. I hope not. Oh, Johnny says, you got me there. Johnny says, well, if that's the case, I'm going to find you a different bear spot. Okay, Johnny, you can go. You can go. I'm done with the recurve, James. I'm not good enough with it. I don't spend enough time with it to have confidence in it. What was that Ohio hunt? The Ohio hunt was, we went down to Johnny Bowler playing dirty. Yeah. We went down to Ohio to hunt with Bill Piles of Ohio Bow Hunting Outfitters in second week of October. And it was really, really hot. And we're going back. And I think everybody who went the first time is going back this time. If there are any openings, I will open it up to people who have already asked to be put on the list. Upcoming election year will affect decision-making. I believe one commissioner's term will expire. New appointments or confirmations may be delayed if the term is not extended, could temporarily change the NRC dynamic. Craig has to go or Johnny would get lost. No, Johnny's been down there now. He knows how to get there now. Thank you, Robert. I appreciate that. First time viewing, like the show, keep at it. I will certainly do that, Robert. Thank you. John said the fall season is based on bird numbers, but I thought there was a fall season statewide. We're going back a week later this year. Be nice to have a choice for 2 spring tags and not hunt the fall or vice versa. Discount codes. Thank you for bringing that up. Discount codes. I'm going to give them to you now that I'm going to wrap this thing up. Also, I just found out today. Very excited. Ding, 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 ding. Primal Tree Stands is coming out with 2 new ground blinds. I haven't seen them yet. One's called the Vision. It's a see-through blind. The other called the High Roller XL. Very, very big blind. They will be unveiled. Hammond, you are, and you're not even retired. What's it going to be like after you retire? We can't keep you in the state now. Have fun. Good luck. Promo codes. Here we go. One last thing. Promo codes that you can save some money. If you go to primaltreestands.com, and use the promo code Avery, you can save on everything on the website. That's tree stands, that's ground blinds, that's accessories. The new Vision and the new High Roller XL are not on the website yet. Scott says he can tell you about retirement life. What's my favorite color? Green. Like the green around your name right there, Stacy. Another Primal code, michiganbrand.net, michiganbrand.net. Use the promo code Mike21. Save on everything on the Michigan Brand website. MUCC.org, MUCC.org. Use the promo code Mike, all caps, MIKE. Save 25% on your MUCC membership. And finally, versaskins.com, versaskins.com. Use the promo code Mike21. And that is good only through 11/59/59 Friday evening, just about the time the Michigan game gets over. I think that's it. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate that. All right, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back now to Facebook, and I'm going to watch these comments that are coming around about the Rompola buck and people talking with great bravado and great confidence and great online volume that Rompola is a fool, that Rompola is a liar, that Rompola is a con man, that Rompola is a cheater, and they've never met the man, and they've never talked to the man. I don't have a dog in this fight. I'd love it if we had a world record whitetail from Michigan. It didn't happen because it didn't get certified. I don't blame Mitch for not doing it. But I think it's legit. I think he's legit. I'm convinced that buck is legit. Go over and check out the video. Happy New Year to you. I hope in 2022, I hope and pray that this whole COVID thing goes away. Don't think it's going to, but we can hope, we can pray that that you get to spend more time outdoors and enjoy your outdoor adventures. All right, my friends, thanks for joining me on this edition of Wednesday Night Live. That's right. Crystal Light now, Maker's Mark in just a couple of minutes. That's what I'll do. I'll put some Maker's Mark in my Crystal Light and I'll read the comments. But then I'll have to make myself not comment back or I'll get myself in trouble. All right. MikeAveryOutdoors.com is the website. Mike@MikeAveryOutdoors.com, my email address. Thanks, my friend, for joining me on this edition of Wednesday Night Live.